Do we need a nice little candle?
Hey everyone, this is Nathan Bixby, and I'm here with my friend Colleen. And this is an episode of Chaotic This and That, where we are actually inviting friends to do interviews, or to talk about what they're doing in their practice and their business. We're here with Colleen Colvin. I said that right.
Yeah.
Okay, Colleen Colvin. Whatever. So, yeah, we're here. She is the founder of Thinking Bear, and she makes all these wonderful products, and she's going to tell us a little bit about it. Now, how did you get started with Thinking Bear?
Well, Thinking Bear, first of all, is my spirit name. It was given to me a long time ago by a medicine man who was very close to me, and I consider him my grandfather. It's a very long story, but that's my sacred name. And I felt compelled to use it when I started this company, which is pretty much to support me and my fiance because we're building a tiny house and we're traveling across America. And so the money from my company that I can carry with me in my tiny house is going to sustain us as we go. I've always studied herbal medicine since I was maybe 12 years old. So I'm very self-taught. I have a long background history in this. So this is me finally culminating everything that I know and everything that I've learned into a viable product or various products that I think people would like. All of it's organic, herbal, and natural. If I don't grow it myself, I buy it organic. So it's all the good things in life that I love and I could share with other people.
Oh, wow. Now, how did you get into herbal? You said you started at a young age, and how did that
Well, aside from
transform?
running outside with my friends and my dad taking us into the woods and saying you can eat this and you can't eat that, I always had a great affinity for plants and their uses, and then it just started elaborating. My best friend growing up, she had wonderful gardens, and we would always be outside just like playing and eating and just trying everything. My first experience, I think, with pharmacology and all that fun was when I was probably like 8 or 9, and I went into the woods and I ate poison ivy sprouts. And I was like, I thought that they were the kind of sprouts you could eat because my mom would feed them to me all the time. Turns out no, and my face broke off like an inch and I was in the ER. So that was like my first trial and error. Learn your plants, learn how they work, what they're good for, and what you cannot use them for. So as I go, I mean, herbs have always been really important to me in a spiritual sense, and there's just such a wonderful bounty here for people to know. I'm a great supporter of traditional knowledge, especially herb craft for women. So.
Oh, wow. Now, what got you started in actually designing your products that you have?
Well, the first one I ever made was the honey birch oil. And basically what it is, it's a plantain salve. And plantain's really cool. It's this little plant that grows all over your lawn, and you've seen it everywhere. I almost guarantee it. It's got these just nice wide little leaves, and they've got these long little striations, and it sits in your yard and everybody thinks it's a weed. But it happens to be one of the most powerful healing plants for skin. And if you have irritations, bee stings, things like that, you can harvest this from like your yard. I'm telling you, it's everywhere. Okay. And you grind it up into a powder and you can make an infusion out of it and you can put it into a salve. And I wanted to try my hand at salves because I had not gotten to make them before. And 2 years ago, I started this and it came out beautifully. And it smells wonderful, and I combine it with birch oil. Birch oil is really nice because it's kind of a natural, anti-inflammatory.
Right?
Yeah. So I make these salves to help heal the skin, cut, scrapes, bites, boo-boos, all that fun, the basic stuff. Everything in here is natural, so there's no preservatives or anything weird. It's just like shea butter, coconut oil, olive oil, herbal plants, and beeswax that I get from local bee farmers.
Oh, wow.
So
that's awesome. Now, what other products do you have here?
Okay, so I've got 4 kinds of salve to start with. The salves are what I originally started with, and then I kind of expanded on it as I decided that I really wanted to make the company something, that I really thought it was going somewhere. I make lavender and lemongrass. which is the same as honey birch oil.
There we go.
Lavender lemongrass. It's the same as honey birch oil, but it's just kind of like its friend. Okay, it's like a little different personality.
Yeah.
Ladies like that one a lot better. Black salve is really cool. This is originally an Amish recipe, and the Amish are carpenters. And they're always getting splinters all the time.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
and so black salve is really cool. It uses the power of charcoal, and charcoal is really an excellent negator of toxins and problems like in the body. So, like, let's say you ate something bad, they would flush your stomach with charcoal at the hospital because it neutralizes and binds to a toxin. And so what this does is it draws it out of the skin. So I use it with kale and clay. So the clay and the charcoal together combined can pull splinters out of your skin, bee stings, poison ivy, everything. Draws it right out. So I made my own recipe, but I based it off a traditional Amish recipe. And so, yeah, there's like vitamin E in it. It's really wonderful. They're all of my salves are a virgin coconut oil and shea butter base. Because it's the right targeted types of oils and fats that'll go right through to your skin and help you heal. The other one I have here is arnica and cayenne. And arnica is a lovely little flower that is incredibly useful for pain relief and healing wounds. This would have been one of the first things people in the olden days would use to treat like arrow wounds and stuff like that. So it's a very, very powerful plant with a lot of excellent phytochemicals. And so I get the whole arnica flowers and then I make an infusion of it. Okay, a very strong one. Okay. And then I also make my own cayenne pepper infusion, which is very spicy and warm. So in essence, this is a muscle, joint, and it's like an egg rub. You don't want to get it in your eyes, obviously, because there's cayenne pepper in it, but it's very good. It's warming.
That would be bad.
Yeah, I always use targeted essential oils to assist the healing powers of each of the things that I make. I make beard oil for men now.
Oh, wow.
Because men love smelling good, and the ladies love it even more.
That's nice. I need to grow a beard now.
Do you want to smell it? This is the 3 Trees blend. That's cedar, cypress, and birch. I just absolutely love the way it smells. You don't need a lot. A little dime in the palm of your hand goes a long way. I make it with vitamin E and wheat germ, so it helps your hair on your face grow.
It kind of smells like a pepperminty root beer.
Pepperminty root beer?
Kind of.
That's nice.
Just maybe a little bit. It's really nice. I like that smell.
If you're kind of scruffy and your beard's really dry and it's like fraying out everywhere, and let's say your skin under it is like a wreck, you kind of want to use a nice beard oil, because if you're into beard grooming, if that's your thing, and I know it's very popular right now, it's good to have these. I'm going to be making mustache wax soon to go with them. So.
Oh, wow.
I also have an oak moss and vanilla one that I make.
Ooh.
I'm a big fan of that. Oak moss is really wonderful.
God, I wish this had smell-o-vision.
Smell-o-vision. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. This is remarkable, guys. I mean, it smells amazing.
I also make essential oil blends that are just like personal little roller bottles. These are really cool. You can keep them with you in your purse or just like on your nightstand, in your pocket, whatever you want to do. This is a sleep blend. I use real valerian root in it. It's all really simple. I use it in a sweet almond oil base. But anytime anybody has an allergy or anything to nuts or sweet almonds, what I tend to do is I'll put it in like a jojoba oil or a different carrier like avocado oil. Because then that's a little bit easier on their skin and they can still enjoy the benefits of aromatherapy.
Wow.
So that's sleep. That'll help you go to sleep. My friend's mom swears by that one. She's a repeat buyer. I have antidepressant blend, which uses St. John's wort. It's just kind of sweet and uplifting. I personally find that it just helps me put myself in a state where I want to be more gentle with myself.
That smells like happiness.
Happiness, yeah.
Happiness.
You know? So you keep these with you and you put them on your pressure points, you know. So the benefits behind aromatherapy in total really is your ability to surround yourself with the good smells of these healing plants that can help you lift your mood and really change you and give you an effort towards like a better situation. So for example, let's see. I have, I think, an anti-anxiety one floating around here somewhere. What else do I have in my awesome, like, meditation blend. You might like
Ooh.
that. It's got clary sage in it. Nathan loves clary sage.
I love sage. Mm.
You like it? I can make you some.
Oh,
Anti-anxiety blend is really cool. I actually use catnip in it.
ooh.
It's excellent for your nerves. Not a lot of people know that about catnip. It's actually a really promising plant for repairing nerve damage. In combination with something like lemongrass, we can use it to help repair connective tissue.
Cats must love this.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've actually I've been curious about that. I've had a couple second guesses by some kitties nearby. They always seem pretty positive, but they do want to come over and smell me. So maybe it's like a good leeway in befriending cats. Yeah. But if for those of you that don't really know what catnip smells like, it's like a sweet, earthy grass. It is part of the mint family, but there's not really a minty peppermint side to it. It's a lot different, and it makes a great tea. It's really good for your nerves. It has the opposite effect on people than it would on a kitty.
Yeah.
You know, cats kind of go nuts over it, but it really calms us down.
Yeah.
Gosh. I've got most of their sweet lime. I actually named that after Sweet Lime in Darjeeling Limited, which is a great movie. It's just a nice scent. I just think it's really uplifting and great. And it's just kind of, sometimes I just make them for the sake that they smell good. So
nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing at all. So I also make cold processed soap, which is really fun and it's great to do, and you always get a great yield. I use.
I got my little sample.
Yeah, I use virgin olive oil, raw African shea butter, virgin coconut oil, rapeseed oil, and water and lye and herbs and essential oil, and that's it. That's it. So there's no titanium dioxide. There's no microbeads or anything like that. It's nothing really bad. Each one has their own kind of personality and distinct herbal profile. So for example, I grow and I handpicked this lavender, and I make lavender, rosemary, peppermint oil. And I even put peppermint crystals in it, which come from an organic source. So yeah. Then there's, I have like 8 or 9. I'm always making new kinds of soap, so you never know what kinds I'm going to have. But this is coconut and shea butter, so it's like chocolate soap.
This one was a charcoal one, right?
Yeah, so this is a volcanic pumice and charcoal soap. This one guys like a lot. It's very, very cleansing. It's got like a little bit of a scrub to it. So it's kind of got a rosemary and like patchouli profile, so it's a warmer herb. I also make, because I love bees, I make honey infusions. So a honey infusion is a lot like any other kind of infusion, but you're using the basis for it, which is a nice honey. I prefer a single source honey. I usually get it from Bennett Farm, which is a little down south from us. I wish it could be more local, but my bee farmer had a poor yield this year. But the benefit to buying from this farm is that I can get a single source of like a southern crop, like avocados. Like we don't have those up here.
Wow. So
this is raw avocado flower honey. And you'll find that each type of honey has its own unique profile. So this honey is actually the consistency of molasses. It's very dark, and it tastes similar to molasses.
Looks delicious.
It's excellent. I put cayenne peppers in this. I love cayenne pepper. But yeah, these chili peppers are great. And what it does is it makes like a spicy, sweet honey. You can use it in marinades, barbecue sauces, and everything. Or if you have a sore throat, it's killer for sore throats. You put it in your tea. Awesome.
Ooh.
Secret recipe stuff.
Ooh, yeah.
I always make different honey infusions. I have right now a whole gallon of raw gallberry flower honey, which is really sweet and light. It's like a wildflower. Birds love it. And so I'm going to be making a lavender honey infusion soon.
Okay.
So it's going to be fun.
Yum.
He likes lavender.
I love lavender. Lavender and sage are my two
So good.
Achilles heels.
I just recently made a sage and lemon peel honey infusion.
Ooh.
I think I might make a couple more, but I have to skin a lot of lemons and dry them first.
Hey, that's another way, limoncello.
But yeah, all of these are like home remedy stuff. Your grandma can make all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important for modern people and youths to learn these traditional methods of healing themselves, healing their family members, and learning how to harvest herbs and to prepare them and dry them. And it's great for when you don't have a doctor around. So yeah.
Now, what's the future for Thinking Bear? Where do you want to go with this?
So it's always evolving. It's again, like, it's in the beginning stages. The company has just started. We've had incredibly positive reaction. We've done so well at fairs. I have like a couple shops that want to sell my stuff, and I try to make it as professional as possible. In the future, I do want to expand, but I will also be traveling with my company as I go. So I'll be mailing most things and then selling it hand to hand, I suppose. In the end, what I want to do is use it as a springboard to support local artists and musicians. And so how I'm going to do that and how I'm going to culminate all of that is I'm not sure. I'm not there yet. But if you have the company as the base of your income, you can, then you can like maybe start a center or something like that, but I just love that outreach idea. And
I do too.
I want to share what I know how to do with other people, and I want to bring them together, and I want to promote a positive, creative place in the community for people. So I think that's a really good way to heal your communities. So
That's amazing. Now, where can we find you online?
thinkingbeararts.com. Pretty simple. Yep.
And
We also have a Facebook page. Yep.
Yeah, it's a little shiny.
So Thinking Bear, that's me, and this is what I make. I love bees, and I love honey, and I love supporting local beekeepers too. I'm always looking out for them and buying honey when I find it. I melt down my own beeswax too. I do it wicked colonial style. I get a big old pot, right? And I take the extra beeswax clippings from beekeepers, and I put it in the pot and I boil it. I've ruined a pot over this. I have only one pot I do this with because like you're never gonna get this off. So you boil the wax in the water, right? And it eventually liquefies. So then you take it off, right? And then you put it outside, you let it cool. And then you get this kind of cool plate of wax that forms on the top. And it's covered with like bee bits. There's just bees everywhere in it, right? It smells delicious. There's a ton of honey in it too. But it's got all these particles in it. So what you do is you dump all your water out, okay? And you take this huge like beeswax plate, right? And you scrape the bottom and you get rid of all the bees and everything like that. Then you go back and you do it again like 4 or 5 times. Like it took me like 4 days. Yeah. It took me like 4 days to get that really high quality beeswax, but that's what I use in my stuff. I'm pretty ground up with those guys, and I think it's always really important to know how to do these things. So.
Thank you so much for sitting down and talking with me, and hope you guys out there check out her website. Like I said, really good quality stuff.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Rainbows, hearts, and sunshine.